I have said many times before that asshole consulting would not exist if parents raised their fucking kids right and society, including the parents, did not lie to their children. I do not want to hear from you cocksucking asshole parents of America say, we did the best we could with the what we had, the knowledge we had. Still not good enough. You still lied. And yeah, if you had just taught your kids to become plumbers and engineers and spend less than they made, and no, you don't have a mental disorder, knock it off. No, you're not a boy. We'll cross that road when you hit 13 or 14. No, you're not going to major in gender studies. No, you are not entitled to if we just didn't like big is beautiful. Hey, by the way, are you a girl? You should hate that boy over there because he's got a penis. If you didn't lie to what's coming up on 3 generations now of children, many of whom have gone on to become adults, I would not have asshole consulting. I would not have the job I have. And while I'm eternally thankful for 3 generations of American parents basically fucking over their kids and ruining their lives, it still pisses me off because I'd rather have it the other way. I just wanted to be an economist, man. That's all I wanted to be. That or a nuclear engineer. Chose the wrong one. But here we are. And by gosh, I make more now as I did in as economist. Or it's easier money on a per hour basis. Let's put it that way. But somehow, I'm done yelling at the parents, right? I'm done yelling at the adults. What I want to do now is, as all my books focus on, is the youth. Why do I focus on the youth? Are you like a Democrat school teacher really focusing on the youth, if you know what I'm saying? No, that's sick and wrong. I'm focusing on them because they actually have a future and do not have to make the wrong decisions that previous generations and the parents made. They have hope. They have the chance to actually lead a good life. And I could go on. I mean, I wrote an entire book called How Not to Become a Millennial. And all it is basically all the lies the baby boomers and Gen Xers told the millennials. And you millennials believe that shit. You still believe it now. So there's countless lies. But let me just read this article here. And this is for you young kids, right? And why I want you to notice, this is from the Democrat Party. I'm not picking on the Democrats because of their politics, because I disagree with Democrats. I'm highlighting, let's put it that way, the internal machinations of the Democrat Party in this particular instance, because this is one of 2 parties that have led the nation roughly 50-50 since what? When did the Whig Party go away? Civil War era? Like at least over 100 years, right? It's been a long time. And this isn't, I don't know anything that should be more adult and responsible than you are in charge of the state, federal, and local government. Like you are in charge of the operation of this nation and its states and cities within, right? Disagree with the Democrats all you want. They should be a professional political party by now. And they should act like adults, right? I'm sure I could find similar problems within the Republican Party. Now, here it is from, was it Alpha News? State Dems turn on each other over alleged misgendering at recent meeting. You think, oh, what is this, a tiff, a taff between 2 people? More than 1,000 Democrats are asking statewide DFL to denounce the alleged behavior and require training on the concept of intersectional feminism. Now, look, when I was a kid, and I went to school. I hated my teachers, and I knew something was wrong with my teachers. Found out they're lying sacks of lazy shit. Teachers are horrible people. But I couldn't put my finger right. I'm a kid. I'm an idiot. What do I know? Right? My entire generation, not to mention, I think you millennials too, and probably you Gen Zers, are they still saying, follow your heart, the money will follow? Right? What else? Be yourself. Just be you. Be a sensitive 90s man. Big as be. All the horse shit, right? You just knew it was wrong. It wasn't true. You don't know that when you're a kid. And it's too late to know that when you're adult, because when you're a kid or a young man, young woman, you've made all pretty much the life trajectory decisions you're going to make. And it's too late to go back and get those 10, 15, or 20 years youth back. So it's absolutely I just read the subtitle, man. It's absolutely critical, you young people, and I include kids in that. Maybe not 3 or 4, which you shouldn't be watching this anyway. But teenagers, you need to realize that your adults, the adults in your life, now, not all of them, right? You could have a great set of parents. You could. There are 3 out of every 89 teachers aren't total pieces of shit. But you need to realize the vast majority of the adults, they don't know what they're doing. They're wrong about damn near everything. That's why I put Chunk Uger up there with the cool, edgy. Oh, especially the 30-somethings. They think they're all edgy and they know everything. They're all hip, y'all. They're the ones that know the least because they're still addicted to their politics. We just need to double down on more of the bullshit that we were told earlier before. But you need to know that nearly all the adults in your life don't know shit. And you can't take their advice. Now, I can't give you the real advice, although I do have a link to my course, The Dad You Never Had. But there's some real simple rules to know if your parents, your teachers, your guidance counselors, your professors, the media, the television, anyone who's an adult, and your boss, there's a way to tell if they're basically lying, either consciously or not. If it sounds too good to be true, then it isn't, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And to highlight it, tell me if this sounds like adult behavior, right? You tell me if it sounds like these people got their heads together, they got their shit together, or it's just a bunch of petulant children that have some gray pubes. A large swath of Democrats in Minnesota are demanding action after a recent Democrat feminist caucus. The Democrat, oh my God. The Democrat Feminist Caucus of Minnesota put a bullet in my head now. Talk about a bunch of worthless people. There you go, sir. Meeting reportedly saw repeated misgendering, disapproving eye rolls, and suggestions that some attendees do not understand the feminist movement. Yeah, you hate men, right? You want to get preferential treatment because of the way you were born, but that's the Democrat platform on all things, regardless of the trait you happen to be born with. And if you're not a female, you can act like you're one and get preferential treatment. You're not trans. Like, there's legit trans people who actually, well, no, I want to transition. Okay. And then, like, the remaining 93% of people who claim to be trans are just straight people trying to get preferential treatment, right? Am I wrong about that, feminist of the Democrat feminists of Minnesota? Those allegations, they're talking about this. Those allegations were issued in a letter signed by more than 1,200 Democrats, including state legislators, city councilors, and DFL party members, mayoral candidate Omar Fata and Hennepin County Attorney Mary Mordia. These are real. This isn't like the dog catcher. This is city council members, the Hennepin County Attorney, that's the largest county in the Twin City or Minnesota, mayoral candidate who's somewhat prominent, state legislator. This is what the adults are doing in one of the political parties that have ran the nation roughly 50% of the time in recent and medium-term history of the United States. Right? By the way, also, if you didn't know this, these are also your teachers because the teachers are part of the Democrat Party, right? What are they telling you in school? Can boys have periods too? Is that what they're telling you? Are they telling you that there's 48 flavors of gender? Are they teaching you how to do taxes? Oh, they're not? Gee, I wonder I wonder if they're right or wrong I wonder if there are mature, responsible adults. See, I don't know if you guys knew this or not. The adults a child will spend the most time with are the teachers, not the parents. And oh my God, 98% of teachers are fucking Democrats and mostly spew this bullshit. I'm sure one or two of you out there don't believe men can get periods. But this is what they're having. There's 1,200 people signed this thing. This is a big kerfuffle. This is a big to-do. Somebody got misgendered at the feminist Minnesota Democrat caucus meeting. According to the Leather, the Democrat Feminist Caucus met last week for their annual meeting. The caucus, which is incredibly boring and full of people that you'd never want to get to know. I'm sorry I added that. Which supports candidates who will champion women in office, gathered to elect new caucus officers and conduct their business. However, that meeting allegedly saw repeated misgendering of a non-binary member. Well, maybe if they chose one and did, look the part. Misgendering of a trans woman member running for leadership position, and eye rolls and other visible audible signs of disapproval or annoyance when members were reminded to use someone's correct pronouns. Wow. So even you Democrats are getting sick of your own shit. See, this is the problem. We're here for this larger, ulterior, philosophical or political goal, and we don't really care what people look like. That's what a political party should be. We're here for an ideal, whether it's a socialist one or a capitalist one or whatever, even a religious theocratic one. But see, not the Democrats. They're all about the pronouns, the disadvantages. Oh my God, and my God, should we address you as her? I mean, shit, what are your pronouns? Can't run an office like that. Additionally, leaders of the caucus reportedly suggested that newer or younger members in the meeting do not have a feminist agenda or do not understand the feminist movement, seemingly based only on their newness to the caucus age, gender, or pronouns. Hey, you know what? Treat everyone equally. And moving on to more important matters. Huh? These are fucking adults, and these are leaders in a major political party in a first world nation. I mean, I'm slamming on the Democrats, but it's elsewhere, right? Do you think corporations know how to manage anything correctly, given all their layoffs? They can't afford living wages. They outsource everything overseas. Come on in, immigrants. Yeah, here's the job. Too bad. You don't get a job. Bachelor's required, master's preferred. You think they're making right? Wait, wasn't it the adults that said you should go into debt for a follow your heart and money will follow the degree? Any degree is a good degree. It'll get your foot in the door. Follow your heart and money will follow. Oh, you need a master's degree because bachelor's required, master's preferred. And what did that do to the millennials, not to mention you Gen Zers currently? Oh, yeah, it crippled you forever with debt for a worthless degree. And those are your parents who presumably love you. Not to mention your teachers who can't wait to have you go and give the Democrat Party more money through the colleges and universities. Yes, it is the fucking Democrats again, although corpos are not necessarily Democrats, obviously. I mean, what else we got? You got your parents don't know shit. They just put you in front of a screen and, I don't know, ask your, I don't know, ask your, oh, God. Well, just be yourself. Teachers, they don't know shit. They've never worked a real job in their lives. Corporations, holy shit. Here, buy this thing. Oh, you need the cool thing. Forget management of corporations and employers treating you like shit. They convinced, not to my generation and everyone's generation since X. You need current, overpriced, expensive thing. Oh, you guys, you know what you guys need? You need yourself an $80,000 pickup truck. That's what you need. You don't haul anything, but you need an $80,000 pickup truck. Ladies, oh my God, you girls should be ashamed. You need a bag, a fucking $50,000 bag. And what's worse is you guys believe it, which I can kind of understand because nearly all the adults in your life are lying to you. You don't have any dad coming in there saying, yeah, that's bullshit, son. No, you don't need a truck. And here's why. You don't have your mom coming, sweetheart, you don't need a $50,000 handbag. You should probably think about having children. That might give you a little bit more purpose and meaning. Like, oh no, my God, did you get the Hermes handbag? OMG. My bestie daughter, let's pose on social media. Did any of your parents talk to you about 401ks, IRAs, retirement plannings, worthless degrees? Did any of them tell you about that? Anyone tell you, any of them show you how to set up an LLC and teach you about the importance of self-employment, or at least uh, 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 desired, hard to fire employment? And teach you how to do a budget? You know why? Most of them don't know how to do it themselves. I guess my favorite, though, align with leftist politicians and Democrats. My favorite is the feminists. Hate men. Yes, that's what it is. I'm not gonna, oh, yeah, it's just really about the equal. No, no, no. Modernly, hate those people. What his name is Tanner. He's 8 years old. He hasn't lifted a finger. He doesn't even know what women, boys, and girls are just yet. Oh, he's part of the patriarchy. Is he really now? Think about young people, lend me your ears. They literally want women to hate men. You are oppressed by men. Well, okay, let's say there were oppressors in the past. What about the young boys being born now, like Gen Z? Are Gen Z men part of the patriarchy? Are they part of the patriarchy? Yes. Well, then fuck you. Then everyone, hey, we're all guilty. Original sin, can't get rid of it. But think about that. You should hate half the population because they're oppressing you. You think they might be wrong about that shit and have an ulterior motive? And by the way, we're not talking like your dad comes up to you. You should really get the strawberry ice cream, and then you choose it and you find out, oh, you really like the chocolate ice cream instead. We're talking about like, especially you girls as it pertains to feminism, uh, forfeiting the ability to have children and a family because you're pursuing a career in girl bossing and being a Democrat and hating men, right? A lot of you millennials, especially, also forfeiting family. Why? Because you had to go and spend $186,000 on a master's program in journalism or whatever worthless liberal arts horse shit the teachers told you to get because follow your heart, money will follow. Right? Don't you think the millennials have paid a tremendous price? So and they were the ones lied to about practically everything and about very important things. I got news for the adults today, which is my generation now. Maybe some millennials raising it. They don't know shit either. They don't. This is just an example of another one. Cenk Uygur, right? Weren't they the cool? Hey, they were the cool hip kids who said, free shit, everybody. You could trust me because you're 21, but I'm 33. Free shit. We're the young Turks. Get it? Some of us are Turkish. It's a cultural reference. Free shit, everybody. Hey, we're like Jon Stewart. Free shit, everybody. We're the cool kids. Well, where'd that get everybody? Right? All these idiots. Oh, man. The idiots who you guys act, this is my generation, who took their news from Jon Stewart and the three other schmucks for those fake late night talk shows. Hey, Republicans, you deserve free shit. Free shit falls out of the sky. Oh my God, we're the cool edgy ones. Look at me. I got a suit on. At that meeting, several transgender non-binary candidates were reportedly running for leadership roles within the DFL Feminist Caucus. Like because of their accounting skills or what? Or just because they claim to be transgender and non-binary. And that's the cool, latest, edgy thing. Hey, kids, are you straight? That's so square. Why don't you be gay or trans instead? It's the real cool thing. Look at how edgy I am. How dare, and I'll go back to the feminine. Do you boys notice how you're shamed for thinking girls are cute or liking girls with big boobs or long hair? Oh my God, that's dirty. That's dirty. Oh, you should be oh, you're part of the, oh, you're objectifying. How dare you just want one thing, I bet. You goddamn right we do. At that meeting, several transgender reportedly running for leadership roles in the DFL Feminist Caucus. None of those candidates were elected. I'm confused. I would have thought that the DFL, maybe there's some Democrats who are getting sick of this shit, right? DFL is Democrat Farmer Labor Party. It's a special name Minnesota gives its Democrats because they're fucking cute. Maybe they're just sick of it, because I would have thought the Feminist Caucus, you would have gotten the most. It's not about the most competent person. It's who's got the most disadvantages or is the most edgy in traits. So none of those candidates getting elected is kind of a surprise to me. The leather further alleged that there are other instances that suggest a pattern of transphobic behavior within the Democrat Party at large outside of this caucus. Oh, no! Maybe they're not transphobic. They're just sick of this shit, right? They're not against trans people. Maybe they're just sick and tired of it. Oh my God, let's worship you here. Can I let some blood for you? Here, take my leaded blood. Those include misgendering at separate meetings and the attendees of the Minneapolis Democrat convention being directed towards the incorrect bathroom. Listen, kids, listen to me. One of the two major parties in the United States cannot figure out which bathroom to go to or to direct other people to. The adults don't know jack shit. Okay? They don't. Look, I said it before. If the adults knew what the fuck they were talking about, the millennials would be the most successful generation in the history of the world. Right? If they were right, the millennials would have been the wealthiest, the most educated, the most gainfully employed, the most purposefully employed. Like, you'd have to find purpose, right? You'd be happy. And then finally, you girls at 36 and 3 AC years of age, you could start finally getting that family going. You have your 3.2 kids. Your husband would vote Democrat. You guys would donate to whatever thing, all eat organic, everything. We'd have utopia, right? Well, it didn't happen. I wonder whose advice was wrong. And the advice hasn't changed. And being asked to leave the women's bathroom. In turn, more than 1,000 Democrats are asking the statewide Democrat Party to denounce the alleged behavior, decertify this feminist caucus as a Democrat affiliate? What? Suspend several officials within the party and provide training to the feminist caucus leadership on the concept of intersectional Look at this. And to use the appropriate gender pronouns. Boys and girls of America, I give you the adults who are in charge. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your drunk captain who's the captain of your ship today. I'm slamming on the Democrats because this is so absurd, but it highlights things that are, maybe it's not this bad in corporate, although I don't know Disney. Hey, make everything black, fat, gay, and in a wheelchair and loud. And lesbian. Don't forget the lesbian part. How about a good show that maybe stars a black female? No, we can't have that. We can't actually give good scripts to minorities. They might become successful. Let's just ruin their careers, which, what we did to Brie Larson. Yeah, do that to everybody who, like, just if they're affirmative action hire. Yes. Let's ruin their careers. So I guess Disney is as loopy-doo as the Democrat Party. But it's not much better everywhere you go. Right? I want to know now. Nah, it's too soon. It's too soon. Or is it? I want to know what parents tell their kids where the kids end up committing atrocious crimes down the road. That's what I want to know what the parents told their kids. And in general, a specific crime that happened recently or not. I want to know, how do you get to that point? What were your parents telling you? The teachers, they're freaking worthless. Corporations, they lie. They want your money and your cheap labor, especially you girls. They want you coming in with master's degrees. They'll pay for your egg freezing. You don't want to be a stay-at-home wife, do you? You don't want kids. That's so pick me. You don't want to find a good-looking man and fall in love? Well, you don't need no man, right? Everyone telling you need to get this clothes or that shirt. My God. Although, thankfully, that seems like that's coming to an end, too. And where does it get you? Well, okay, I'll tell you where it gets you. When not every, but nearly every adult in your life lies to you, it gets you nowhere. It wastes your life. It wastes your youth. Definitely, at minimum, it wastes your youth. Stuck in college until you're 24, and then maybe you have enough education to the holy and sacrosanct corporate employers that you could get a living wage job barely. They just got to work hard. I got to get more training. Oh my God, yes, Becky out in accounting. So what if I did? Fucking can't ask people out. And you're wondering why it's so hard, just in case you were wondering, especially if you're like late 20s, early 30s and nothing's coming. You're wondering why it's so hard. You're given the wrong information. You're given the wrong advice. You're told the wrong rules. You're told the right rules to a different game. I don't know what game it is, but it ain't the game of life. You're given the wrong rules to succeeding in life. And I don't know, we're gonna have a fourth gen off. Are you gonna drink the Kool-Aid too? Or can we realize that, Chunk Yoger saying popular thing, "Hey, free shit, kids, but edgy." I mean, did the veneer wear off them because they're no longer young? The middle-aged Turks? And then they what? They lost the one gal because she got attacked by a criminal, now she's a Republican, or, "Oh my god, I didn't know." This isn't to pick on the Democrats, though you're gonna find a disproportionate amount of lies come from Democrat or Democrat-controlled entities like the education system. But if the adults were giving you good advice, wouldn't the adults themselves be successful, right? Was it Charlie Munger say, "I never take advice from a poor man"? Like, are your parents I understand if your parents are poor or they're failures or they don't have a great life. If they give you the advice of "Don't do what we did," then I would listen. But if they, "You know what you ought to do?" "What ought I do, Mr. fucking failure? Mr. Got no money in your retirement account? Mr. 2 divorces under his" "Well, you tell me what I should do. What do you think I should do there, Mr. Sucks at Life?" You shouldn't be listening to people who suck at life about anything. And I can't, because I have so many clients coming in and there's individual situations, I created a course called The Dad You Never Had to answer the general ones. But in the here and now, I can't go through all the different lines. Go get the book How Not to Become a Millennial to pick up all the lies, the main ones anyway. But all I can say is if they say something that sounds good, it's a lie. You're great the way you are. No, you're not. You're actually a negative net, a human being just born. I don't mean like a baby, right? Obviously, they consume resources. They're a baby. But as an adult, a human being is a net negative because you consume resources to survive. You need food at minimum. Well, what do you provide in exchange for that? And they got you thinking. The whole sale point is like, "You're great the way you are. You're just perfect however you are." But especially if you happen to be whatever disadvantaged group, non-binary, use your pronoun. "Oh, you're extra special." That no, you're just a fucking human being, and you're a net negative. You consume energy, so you're gonna work up to pay for your food, clothing, and shelter. That's it. That's it. The idea that the way you were born makes you great or somehow has value. No, you're just another resource consuming human. You're not I don't care what your pronouns are. I don't care how much of your genitalia you mutilated. I don't care what color you dyed your hair. I don't care that you got straight A's in your journalism master's program. What are you doing? Are you working? Are you paying your way? Are you parasiting off of others? Or are you supporting yourself? That's it. There's the value of a human being. Are you a good mom, a good dad? Do you have people that love you? Do you love somebody? There, I think that's a little bit better than "He was a good feminist ally. He donated to the environment." Look at fucking Al Gore. What a worthless, sad fucking joke of a human being he is. Still running around mouthing off about global warming. Not a single fucking prediction he's had in the past 20 years has come true. He sure scared the piss out of a lot of young people. Some of them didn't have kids for that. And I don't know. We're going to do a alpha. I mean, Gen Z, boys are waking up. But Gen Z still in general. You guys really going to believe this "follow your heart, money will follow"? That education is the key to happiness and wealth? You still going to go to college for the liberal arts and the social sciences? I can't help you if you believe lies. It's the old classic. There's two people trying to sell something. One guy's trying to sell broccoli. The other one's trying to sell ice cream. Everyone's lined up for the ice cream. You all want the sweet tasting lies. None of you want the truth. Well, what happens if you consume all sweet tasting lies? You get the millennial generation or the baby boomers. 2/3 of them don't have enough money to save for retirement. Nobody loves them. So no one's going to visit them in the nursing home if they're even lucky enough to be put in a nursing home. And I just, and don't worry, the adults are going to lie. They're going to keep on lying. I don't see any adults. I don't see any leaders. I don't see any institutions. Hey, we've been misleading the country. As private equity, we've just really been fucking over the customers and increasing costs with lower quality goods, shit that don't work. We ought to stop doing that. Ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. And so just so maybe your life is better than the previous 4 generations before you, please stop believing the lies. Please stop believing that when your parents say, "You can become anything you want." No, you can't. He should like you for you. He's shallow if he just likes you if you're thin. No, that's how it is. It's all lies. And if you believe that poppycock feel good bullshit, you're going to suffer way more than if you just believe the hard truths that would be the antithesis of what the adults are telling you. Your only real friend out there is the one that tells you what you don't want to hear, right? Hey, you got bad breath. You're not going to get the girls that way. That's your real friend. Someone, oh, I don't want to hurt their feelings and let them know I got bad breath. That's not your friend. That's your mom. Link below is the book. No, not the book of numbers. How not to become a millennial. I suggest all you young people read that. I suggest millennials read it so you can salvage the last half of your life. Unless you still want to believe the lies the adults told you, like you deserve free shit. I need a bailout. Trump man bad. Oh, I'm so oppressed. People gave me money. I had a 4-year party and I've just been living off the dole. I'm so oppressed living off of other people's money. There's plenty of books written by other people called The Power of You and The Loving Within and Self-Love and all these other worthless horseshit ideas. But if you want to stop being poor, you want to get a life, and I don't know, maybe have some good sex, have a family, or at least have someone good looking to fuck. That'd just be me. And some good friends. You got to become a good and interesting and not parasitic person. And you got to stop listening to these fucking adults. Cappy, ain't you an adult? Yes, but I'm the angry, pissed off one telling you to eat your broccoli and hit the gym. The other one, the dad you never had, which is just more of this, but me cursing less because you don't want to, you can't curse too much. Otherwise you might lose the platform. The dad you never had, unteachable. Super chat, Space Cowboy, $5. Adults, you have time. Don't think about the future. Travel. Do what makes you happy. Do you remember the book, Oh, the Places You Will Go? A couple regulars know about that one. Oh, the Places You Will Go was this book that parents who didn't love their children when they graduated back in the 80s and the 90s from high school. It's like, hey, all the places you will go. Yeah, you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to go anywhere. You're going to go maybe to the local dive bar. You're going to go to some nightclubs. You're going to go to a shit piss school, and you're going to go to the unemployment line. That's where you're going to go. Also, adults, I hate my life. I have nothing and no one. Exactly. Space Cowboy, $5. In debt, no life, owns nothing, no personal relationships, fat, addicted to social media, dependent on the government. The life of an American adult. Exactly. Thank you. Like, I would not be taking advice from anyone who looks like the regular Walmart shopper, right? I taking advice from I don't know, from a pissed off looking Karen. Right? You see the lady, not the crazy white woman that I took the screenshot of, but the last woman, the latest woman to like bring her kids in, and I didn't even watch the video because it was too disgusting. I can't see kids used for propaganda. Turns out she's married to some colonel in the army or something like that. Like, I would not take advice from that. And she got her kids. She's brainwashing her kids, using them as props for political motivations. No, you can't listen to that woman. She's crazy. Hat and clogs, $2. As a millennial, Cappy, yes, that's why I'm here. Love and peace. I'm glad you're with it. See, here's another thing. Like, and of course, not every millennial is just like, come on, baby, light my fire. Bail out? Come on, baby, light my fire. Bail out? You guys also are aware. Like, Hat, you're not confused. Can you imagine your elder millennial now who's like, what, 43? Still thinking they're entitled to a student loan bailout, still hoping for that. And what's worse, it's not like they got 180 grand in student loans. They got like 40 grand, which is a fair amount of money, but that's doable. And they're letting their lives get ruined over a $40,000 student loan balance they've had for 20 fucking years. You know what mental torture that must be? It's got to be horrible. Because all the adults in their entire lives lied to them. And they still believe in the lie. They still think that basically they can get a free and easy life where they're happy doing what they want. Well, shit, buddy, unless you got a nice set of tits and you're a woman, that ain't going to happen to you. To the chickens, $5. PSA, buy assets instead of having a savings account, gold, stocks, crypto, etc. Well, we don't endorse any specific investment advice here at Cappy Cap. Stop putting your money in a place where it can be loaned out and inflated. Hambone. Oh, Hambone, can you do me a favor and email me at Asshole Consulting and tell me the company you go through to get that global health insurance? I'd appreciate it. I will pay you for your time. 20 generous dollars from Hambo. His hair is real. It's not fake. If we only had figured this shit out in the 80s, the internet and info sharing is truly a gift today for Gen Z and Alpha. Yes, it's the only thing saving them right now. Because, like, who really believes Jimmy Kimmel and the other beady-eyed motherfucker and Jason Stewart, Jon Stewart, and the idiot, the young troll, the young Turks? No one's believing me. I mean, now I'm not as big as any of those, but like, there's enough of my channel. There's 1,000 of me. There's only a handful of them. It's like M1 Sherman tanks up against the no, that's an M1 Abrams. The M4 Sherman tanks up against Tigers. Like, yeah, they're drastically bigger and faster and stronger, but there's more of us. My 14-year-old daughter and her friends are listening and reading your books. Well, thanks, Hambone. Please, if you could email me, I will buy you a cigar or whatever, a favor. It would save me the time and research to go for that. No, DJ Aftershock, $5. Dems are going to have to choose between the urban progressive and the upper middle class, former soft R or lib suburbanites in a couple of years. Dems are going to have to choose between the urban progressives. Why would they go after the upper middle class? Urban progressives and upper middle class, former soft R. Soft Republican or liberal suburbanites in a couple of urban progressives. I think the Dems, well, the article shows you that the leadership is so indoctrinated with traits. And often made up ones too. They're really all about that. Now, admittedly, it was the feminist cause, but then the regular Democrat Party got all up and, oh my God, you misgendered someone. Dude, I think you got bigger problems than that right now. You guys can't figure out where to go to the bathroom? I don't think they have the intelligence right now. I think they are so inculcated in their own ass and their own leftist. It's not even leftism. That's just taking other people's money. This trait bait politics, like, oh my God, they're like, it's Pokemon politics. Oh, you're this type? You're this type of Pokemon with this type of statistics and that guy. Oh my God, I need a Charizard. Well, what is Charizard smart? Charizard, is he the right character for the party? No, it's a Charizard. And no, you need people with competency even to run the Democrat Party. But Minnesota is a special kind of stupid. That is a mentally ill state. So I don't know if they're going to have to choose between urban progressives. Well, don't forget criminal progressive, urban criminals, I mean, like, just say urban. Upper middle class. No, I think the choice they're going to have to make is, are we going to help out young people? I think that's where the real division is. Are we going to keep acting so despicably and crazy, letting immigrants into the country so young people have, lower wages essentially and higher housing costs? I think that is the most practical consequence of their policies. They're not going to get rid of that. And are you going to get rid of stupid education requirements? And the Democrats aren't going to do that because that's how they brainwash most of the kids. And let's not forget, colleges and universities is a huge moneymaker for Democrats, because what can you do except teach most of the time? The lion's share of them are either activists, politicians, or they're teachers and professors in college. I think they are so parasitic now, and so against the long-term health of the country, especially younger generations and younger people starting. And you know what? I think young people are starting to realize the adults don't know jack fucking shit. Really, really. The adults are trying to tell young boys that big is beautiful, right? And then what's worse, Hambone pointed out, the internet is telling him, "No, you're a bunch of fat fucking liars. No, it's perfectly all right to like a girl with big boobs and long hair who looks like a girl without tattoos. No, ladies, it's okay if you wanna get married and ladies, you don't have to hate men." I know the Democrats and the feminists and just popular corporate, media wants you to like, "Oh, you don't need no man. Oh, shit, look out." Like, you don't have to be basically a bitch. You don't have to hate anyone. I think they have failed to deliver for so long, and they no longer have a monopoly on the message of the mainstream media that it's starting to fail. I even think, you know what Democrats really got to do? They better go get those black guys who left their party and started voting Republican or didn't vote Democrat. They better go get the black male vote back, is what they better do. But they're not going to, because black men have kind of been liberated in a literal sense. They've seen what the Democrats have done to their families, certainly what they've done to their women, and they're like, fuck this shit. That's what the Dems got to worry about. For once, aside from we take money from other people, give it to you, and oh my God, pronouns. Hey, look, it's trans. Oh my God. And not even a real trans kid. It's just some straight person who wants attention because they're attention whores. I think people are seeing through this bullshit. They're not offering anything tangible. This is where, if the Republicans wanted, they could come in and start making great progress. I'm not a big political analyst, but I'm better than the average guy. Hey, James Carville, what's your opinion, Mr. Boomer? Shut the fuck up. Look up James Carville. He's a funny guy. He's a nice boomer. To the chickens, $2. Stop helping us. Get the fuck off our back. Absolutely. All right, there you guys go. Questions, answers, asshole consulting. By the way, adults, I keep needing you to lie to the kids. Keep telling them feel good bullshit, because if you ever were honest with them and raised them right and made them like strong and learning skills and staying in shape, they wouldn't need me. And I don't want to go back working in banking. I'll see you assholes later. Toodles.